Well, hi again, you guys. Welcome to another edition of Curtis Collects Vinyl Records. Glad you could be on your computer or wherever you're watching us from, tablet, etc. So we're going to make a couple of episodes in this session down here in the record room, and we're going to talk about Robert Palmer. So before we get into that, I had a record buying outing Saturday night. We had dinner with some friends in Chinatown in a neighborhood in Chicago, and right near there is a record store. It's connected to a kind of a bar that has a lot of live music. The music bar is called Reggie's, or Reggie's Music Joint. Really cool place. There's two venues. There's a smaller bar stage, and then there's a bigger venue next door. And up above it is a record store, used record store, called Record Breakers. So it's at 21st and State Street. Big shout out to those guys. And I don't know, I bought a stack of records there, and one of them was this EP by Robert Palmer. But before we get into it, let's go through some of my other Robert Palmer records here. Got a lot of them. And he was big on these EPs. So this is a 2-song EP. You'll remember this, You Are In My System. This is remixed by Dominique Blanc-Francard. And I don't know what records that's on, but this is just a 2-song, and the other one is called Deadline. So You Are In My System, that's an EP. This is an earlier record of his, probably, I'm going to say around maybe mid-70s, because I think this came out before Dr. Doctor. Some people can do what they like. Interesting people here playing on this. We'll touch Chuck Rainey comes to mind, and a few others. He's always had some great musicians playing with him. And this is the record that is, to me, really, really fantastic. Thanks to my buddy Joe, told me about this. This is Sneaking Sally Through the Alley. And also on here is Sailing Shoes. And what's interesting about this record is that, and Rhett Davies is, I think, producing this, but most of the musicians on this, I'll try to avoid the glare, was when he was hanging out with in New Orleans, I think, with the band Little Feat. So that's why not only is Sailing Shoes on here, but this is a great sounding record because Little Feat is kind of his backup band on this. And this is a great record cover. This is called Double Fun. What a terrific talent this guy was. And we'll talk about when I got to see him. Now this was a monster seller of his with Riptide, Addicted to Love. Wow, this was really just a monster seller. This is great. Signed to that great Island record label. That was great. Kind of interesting. This is called Pride. Very futuristic record cover here. I was looking through here at some of the. I don't recognize too many of the. Oh, this was made down at Compass Point in the Bahamas. A lot of great records were made down there. Back in Black, among others. That would be a fun place to make a record. So this is Robert Palmer, Secrets. And this, of course, has that monster radio played, Bad Case of Loving You, Dr. Doctor. Really cool. And Jealous on here is really a song I like a lot. So I go off to college in August of 1979, and this came out in 78. And I think every other song on the AM radio station down in Normal, Illinois played Bad Case of Loving You, Dr. Doctor. So I heard plenty of that. What was this? This is kind of risque. Pressure Drop. I mean, this guy was so cool. I mean, look at that. I mean, he was really, with the tab collar. What is on here? Who's on this? Anybody I recognize? Bill Payne again, Richie Hayward, Lowell George. More of the same usual suspects. And, you know, engineered and mixed by Phil Brown, the great Phil Brown. That's a great book I just read last year. So again, this is with a few of the guys from Little Feat on his back. Robert Palmer, Maybe It's Alive. I don't know if this is live. Maybe it is live. I don't know what his point was. If it's not a double live. And then so we're going to play a song. So this is the record that I got at Record Breakers. And I really just saw it. I said Robert Palmer. I didn't even know what it was, and I bought it. And then I said, the song was Early in the Morning. And I go, well, that sounds like a song name from the Gap Band. And sure enough, it is. He's covering that great Gap Band song. So it was on Heavy Nova. And here it is, Early in the Morning. And then this is the EP version. I'm not going to play the extended version, which comes in at like 7 or 8 minutes. So we'll just play the album version of Early in the Morning. It's kind of cool. Wow. All right. Well, that is my deep track from Robert Palmer covering that great Gap Band song. Wow. Wow. I got quite a nice stack of Robert Palmer records. So that's really cool. Hope you guys like this. This was another edition, excuse me, of Curtis Collects Vinyl Records. Always enjoy your comments down below. I try to hit like on all of those. I don't always respond. Somebody asked me if I don't respond to comments. Not usually. I'll let you guys comment on each other's posts. But I do enjoy that. Thank you. Thank you also for all the subscribers who've happily put me over the 600 subscriber level on my YouTube channel. That's really cool. And I appreciate that very much. So thanks again for watching. This was another edition of Curtis Collects Vinyl Records. We'll see you back here again soon. Thanks.